Minato. Bitch, you wanna meet Dedd Kenny, take your top off. I can see right through your diamonds, that shit knock off. What's up, condom, bitch, my dick stay on raw dog.
3, 2, 1. In the Sky Podcast. On today's episode, we got Dedd Kenny. Introduce yourself a little bit, man.
Yeah, you know what it is. Dedd Kenny, bro. Member on Nerd Clan with all my niggas. Shout out Till, shout out Alpha, shout out Steeze's motherfucking Christ. Shout out my niggas on UFC. You know, bro, that's just... I'm not too good introduction, so you already know.
Alright. How old are you, man?
I'm 20. I turned 21 January 2nd.
Okay. You excited for that? Yeah.
Not really, because I'm one of those types of people where I don't want to get older.
Oh, fuck that shit, yeah.
You feel me? Who want to be 30 and have like 5 kids? You feel me?
Not me. Fuck no.
Exactly.
Fuck no. No damn kids. I actually saw something real funny. It was like this cutcom I was watching, and they were talking to each other. He's like, would you rather have 12 dogs or 1 kid? I was like, that really makes me think. Would you rather have 12 dogs or 1 kid?
12 dogs or... Alright, well, I kind of feel that. Well, I don't have a kid, but my brother has a kid, and he was like practically my son when I was living with them, because like I had to babysit him every fucking day because my brother and his girlfriend were always working. So, it's tough and shit, but I know how that feels. But on the other hand, I have right now like 6 fucking dogs. On like no cap, bro. On my mom, like I have a fucking Labrador puppy, just bought it a couple months ago for my girl. I have a husky, a big ass husky. The rest a bunch of little ass dogs, like, and bro, that shit's annoying, bro. They eat everything that you love, like every fucking thing. I had a pair of Gucci slides in 2 weeks of having them. I come home and the little lab just mudded them shits.
Oh, bro, I would have been pissed.
I didn't know what to do. I was just like, bro, I'm telling you, like, this nigga was in the cage outside for a good, like, 2 weeks. I couldn't, bro. I was so pissed.
Couldn't even look at the damn thing.
I couldn't, bro. I just looked at his dog like, bro, you just lucky that you was a gift to my girlfriend.
Now, where are you from?
Born and raised in Miami, Florida. I've never stepped out.
Never stepped foot out ever?
Nowhere. The first I've ever been is probably like Orlando. Yeah.
So you've never been in any other state?
Nah, man. I'm dying to, though. I always get a chance to go out there, and then it always just flops. And I'm like, fuck. Damn. I guess the time will be that I will leave eventually. It always comes. Something always comes in due time. Where
are you trying to go to that fell apart?
Honestly, man, like, if I was, like, you mean like a vacation-wise, you just step out, like, anywhere?
Just, like, anywhere?
I've always wanted to go to New York. Like, I was supposed to go on my birthday, but then, like, money got tight. The tickets were expensive as fuck. My birthday is, like, right after New Year's, so tickets are expensive as shit.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, feel me? At the moment, I bought in a new fucking car, and, like, it was hard as fuck to pay off shit and that shit. So, like, it just got tight, but it's coming soon. It's still planned.
Yeah, man, you're still fucking 20, you know? Shit.
Yeah, you feel me?
This ain't no, like, bucket list moment unless you figure out, like, I don't know.
Exactly.
So what was your, like, upbringing like your childhood, basically?
My childhood, bro. I go on days and days about fucking childhood. Some crazy ass stories. Most of it funny, most of it, like, be fucking serious. But, I guess I'm gonna start off. Well, I lived in Hialeah from when I was born till I was 10, and then moved to Miami Lakes, better house, mom and dad. Parents split up. I was like 13 and shit, and like it wasn't really like a lot of people when they see their parents get a divorce at like 13 years old, 12 years old, they get really like it affects them throughout their like life. And like, not that it didn't affect me, but it was more like, like, it's not something that, like, not that like you can't get over it, but you feel me, like, in due time you learn that like that's just nature, you feel me, like people tend to separate, I guess.
Yeah, nothing's forever.
And then exactly, but for some people it is forever, but you feel me, it's not like nobody's perfect, I guess. Nobody has like a fucking picture perfect family and shit. So I mean, I got to deal with that. I realized, nigga, it's nature, you can't do much about it. Just continue with your life and learn from it. And then, when you have your own wife, you learn from those mistakes and you try your best not to do those mistakes. And then, after my parents split, I just moved in with my mom. I stayed with my mom, obviously, and then in due time, I moved back. I moved to my dad's crib, had like a rough patch with him. Then I moved in with my brother and his girlfriend, like I said, taking care of the kid and all that. And then, in due time, I was just like, it just got hard to stay with them, wanting to like make music and shit, because I could never leave the house because I had to babysit. So then it kind of got us some tension because I never got to leave the crib. I was only like 17 years old, not being able to leave the crib. I wasn't going to school because I had dropped out. And then I had to, what's it called? After I dropped out, I moved into the studio with my homeboy. It was my homeboy's house, RG. And I was living in the studio for a couple months, making hella music, making a lot of money. It was off of trapping and working. And then I guess in due time I met my girlfriend, and then I got to stay with her, and I've been here for now like a year, which is like pretty chilling. She got me to get back into school and shit, so I got my diploma. I finally got a fucking car and shit, like shit productive things that I should have done when I was living with my parents, I got done now. Cause like I was like, bro, like, you feel me? Like when you have a girlfriend, you realize how much you're slipping in life because they're looking at you like you don't want to look like a bum in front of your girlfriend. So
yeah,
no matter how much money you have or no matter how stable your pockets are, it's about your position. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't just say, yeah, I'm gonna make money off my music. Or nah, don't worry about it. I have fucking Yeezys and Balenciagas on my feet. It's okay. Like that doesn't give you you feel me? That doesn't make you right just because you have money. You could be a bum with Yeezys on.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
about how you carry yourself and like your background and what you have. You feel me? What you have to say for yourself.
Okay.
So she helped me out with school. I got all of that out the way. Now I'm still working. No more drugs.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean, there's a time for everything, but I mean, it's not like before when I was like trapping and shit, like be fucked up every single day in the studio. Or I mean, think about it, you're in a house with all your homeboys every single day. All your homeboys live there, and like your group, like my group, Nerd Clan, we lived in my homeboy RG's crib, practically, and we'll just get hella fucked up every day because all of us trap, and just make money, I guess. And then in due time, when I moved in with my girl, I just got over this shit. I was like, I went a couple weeks without smoking because I lost clients because I moved out to Homestead, far as fuck from Hialeah. So then, since I lost my clients, I stopped serving weed. So then, in due time, I stopped smoking. I would smoke a blunt here and there. And as I stopped, it kind of like took away like wanting to smoke. Because then I'll smoke and I'll get so fucking high.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll just like I already have really bad anxiety. Like always. Like any time of the day, I'll have such bad anxiety. The only time I don't is when I'm like driving or I'm skating. And like that's the only things that take it away. And like I've been skating for like 12 years now. So like that's the only thing that actually like it just completely just throws off that shit. Like one time, like probably like it's like 5 months ago. This is the last blunt I smoked. I got high as shit and faced a blunt to the face for no reason. My homie just gave me a dime. I was like, fuck, I haven't smoked. It's a free dime. I'm not gonna throw it away. So then I smoked, and bro, this is like at 2 a.m, high as fuck, dumb anxiety while I'm driving. Like I had heavy ass foot, so like I kept driving dumb as fuck. And then I just, you know what? I'm gonna go to the skate park like 2 blocks away from my job. And then I literally just went skating for like a good like 3 hours. When I got back in the car, I was perfectly fine. You feel me? So after that, I was like, I mean, little by little, since I moved out here, I was always like, yeah, I don't want to smoke. And then you end up doing it, and then the next time you're like, it's like more and more you don't want to smoke. You feel me? So then it got to this point where it's like, all right, for sure, fuck that shit. Like, that shit's out the window now. Like, you just get bored of it, I guess. Or like, my anxiety just doesn't, I can't take it. Like, fuck that shit.
So, like, your standpoint from it is, like, you don't have anything against it, but, like, you still,
Yeah.
it's just not for you.
I have nothing against it at all. Like, there's nothing of me that hates weed. In fact, like, I love weed because like it expresses your thoughts and your emotions, and like, you feel me. It brings out your artistic character in you while you're like in the high or whatever it is. But I mean, it's just not for me. You feel me? It was at one point, but it's just not for me anymore.
All right. Let's move into the music a little bit. When did you start like kind of dabbling into music? Like the first time you started making it?
Well, it would be about take it back to when I was living with my brother and his girlfriend, which is about 2.5 years ago from today. So it started off with I was always chilling with my dogs, Awful and Tilt and Steez or whatever. This is before I was even in there, man. We are just really close homeboys. So then I was always chilling with them, and then I've always said this, like, yo, I want to make music. And like whenever I freestyle around like people, you know, you just freestyle with your homeboys, you're just fucking chilling, whatever. They'll always be like, yo, this shit actually fucking snaps. And then whatever, like, it was like a constant thing, just freestyling. I'll be in like lunch with my homeboys, and I'll always snap the best, bro. I'll be like, yo, what the fuck, every single time. And then like, it just got to a point where like, I just started writing it, right? Like to like beats on YouTube, whatever. And then I showed it to one of my homeboys, Sip. I told him, yo, I really want to make music. And then he was like, all right, I mean, I'm already with this shit, so I could put you on. My homeboy has a mic at his crib. Like, nothing even crazy. It's like a mic, your computer, whatever. This guy had like FL, good ass program. And then he took me to his crib, and I didn't even show him what I had. I just told him I want to write. I mean, I want to start recording and shit. So his homeboy made a beat on the spot and made my first track with my dog Sip featured on it. And after that, my verse on that shit was like really fucking good. Like, it blew my mind how like my first song was that good. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And then after that, I was like, bro, I can take this serious, and I bet from a year from now, I'm gonna be way fucking better. And then surprisingly, I got way better in like 4 months, which like my third track got like 9,000 plays.
Damn.
And then after that, that shit blew me up. But those 9,000 plays came in like 4 weeks. So like after that, my homeboys were like, little by little, I just got into Nerd Clan, because for me, those are literally like my brothers. You get me? So they're like, yo, none of us have ever been able to do some shit like that. Like, you literally did this shit in like 5 months, 6 months. You literally got these plays. Like, that's fucking insane. And then like, in due time, I just got better and better and better, progressing like faster and faster. And then, yeah, man. Then Is Water Wet happened. And it was like, when I saw the plays on that shit, and I saw that Adam did a whole like fucking thing on YouTube about it, I was like, not that I honestly, like, not to be cocky or anything, but I wasn't surprised, only because it's like, people recognize talent, you get me?
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, though, when I saw that shit, I was like, what the fuck? But I mean, it was still like, in my head, I was like, about fucking time. You feel me? Because like, you gotta, like, people recognize talent. If you have a good ear for music, you recognize talent. You get me? So then when that happened, like, all of us were like, yo, that's about fucking time. You feel me? And when we got the 100,000 plays, it was like pretty fucking sick.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. That shit
Like
was fucking crazy.
I'm pretty sure I looked at it today and they got like 120, something like that. That's
Yeah.
fucking insane though. That song
And the
smacks.
crazy part about that song is that was the way that song happened was I recorded it one day at my homeboy RG studio when I was living out there, which is like a long time ago from us, like a year and a half. So recorded the song and then what's it called? I only recorded my verse, which is the chorus, like the first thing you hear. That is water, wet, all that shit. I recorded that. And then I played it to Tilt. And then Tilt was like, yo, this shit's fire as fuck, bruh. And then I was like, bruh, if you want, just get on this shit. And he got on it, his little verse, whatever. And then we never did anything with it. But it went so hard, just my verse and his verse. So then one day, a year and a half later, I'm with Caleb, my nigga from UOC. The third verse on is Water Wet. And he's already writing. He had some shit written to that beat the day that I took him to RG's crib. They just introduced him to everybody, was making a flip over there, getting money or whatever. And then he starts like, he's like, yo, you think this shit is fire? And then he starts telling me the lyrics with that beat playing. And I'm like, hold on. You know, me and Tilt got a song to this shit, right? And he's like, no fucking way, this and that. And I showed him the song. And he's like, yo, what's up? Then I'm like, bro, you want to get on it? That's all you, bro. I'm with it 100%. And then that happened. And then, like, so when that happened, it was like, I told them, if you're going to do anything with the song, just drop it on your page. You feel me? All my consent, you feel me? So just drop it. And then that's kind of what happened.
I didn't know that. I didn't know it. It's interesting, to say the least.
Yeah, man. It was an unreleased song for a very long fucking time. And we always said, yo, we gotta do something with this shit. Like, there's no way you could just throw that away. Like, we gotta do something with it. The chorus was too good to just put to waste. You feel me?
Yeah, definitely. That's probably like the most catchiest part about it is the chorus, the hook, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it's the chorus. That it always has to be the one to catch your attention.
Mm-hmm. But
that's what I always try to do with all of my songs. I try to make a hook and verse, and then, you know, like in between choruses or whatever. But I always try to make the hook as catchy as possible so it can attract your attention at the beginning of the song. So if you like any of my music, my hooks are always in the beginning so it could catch your attention. You feel me? Like Nod Off, Narcotics, Madonna, Where's Kenny? All of them are catchy as fuck.
Now, when you started first making music when you were living with your brother, how long after and when you initially started recording did you start like doing it every day or making it your main priority?
The second I walked into Randy's crib to like the day that I slept over his crib for the first time, which was like 5 months after I moved in with my brother. So like 5 months, the day after I moved in with my brother, I moved into Randy's house. That day, since there was a mic in front of my face, I fucking, the second I walked in, started writing to a beat with my homeboy Awful. And then it was just like an everyday thing, like wake up, look for a beat, record, and half of it was like throwaway shit, you get me? And just writing to a beat. Half the time when I wouldn't even record, I would just like look for a beat, write to it, and then I'll ask like producers on Instagram, like, yo, send in beats, this and that, I'll write to those. And then probably like 2 times or 3 times out of that week, I'll actually complete a whole song and then complete the song. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
Or then like the way I work with songs is like I'll keep pieces of like a song that I completed, and like the best parts, I'll keep them on a separate note, and I'll just patch them all together and make a good ass song like in total. You get me? So like by the end of the week, I have a good ass fucking song.
Okay, so you just really piece shit together. I got you.
That was how it was in the beginning, like when I was first out there. You get me? But like now it's like I just walk into the studio with like my homeboys, and I already have like notes on my phone, and then they put on a beat, and then like I keep some of the shit that's there, and then off the vibe I feel off of that beat, I guess in the moment of the vibes I feel from like all my homeboys, because we all have good ass fucking vibes, like all of us. It's always like every time one of us steps into a room, it's like we bring light, so much like happiness into the room. You feel me? So it's good to keep all them niggas around me while I'm in the studio.
Who were you just talking about? Your um.
Like Caleb for sure.
Oh yeah.
Most definitely Tilted. Tilted is like, bro, every time he's in the room brings out the best fucking vibes.
See, man,
Like
I've been trying to
every
get him
fucking
on
time.
here. I've been trying to get him on here. I got Awful on here. He's cool as fuck, man.
Him too, bro. That's another motherfucker that's like, bro. Every time me and him are together, it's like that, like no lie, me and Awful have the closest relationship out of me and any of my other friends. And then next to that is Tilt. Cause me and Tilt, like on some crazy shit, we have the same last name. And I found that out like fucking years after being this nigga's friend for like years deep. And then his mom, like I'm with his mom and shit. And then she said, oh, she was just bitching him to him, Joey Espinosa. And I was like, nigga, your name's Espinosa? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, nigga, wait. With a Z or with an S? This nigga's like, with an S, nigga. I'm like, nah, get the fuck out of here. I was like, bro, me too. And he's like, bro, you see, Espinosa, there's some real ass niggas. I'm like, yeah, bro, what the fuck? That's insane, though. I'd never expect that shit.
So are you guys related or like just a common ass?
Not at all. That's the crazy, bro. We're not ready for shit. That's just my dog, like a fucking brother to me.
Okay.
Nigga let me sleep at his. He let me. I had to live with him for a good like month and a half, and I had to move like from motel to motel him in that month and a half, cause like I was just tired of sleeping at Randy's house all the time. You get me? So like I just stayed out with Tilt. So then that's how me and him got close as fuck, like really close. Cause before that we were close. Like that was my nigga, but there was a lot in me and his relationship that was like blinked, you feel me? So we got to cover up all of that shit in between that month and a half, you feel me?
That's definitely like when you struggle with somebody, it makes you just a lot more closer with them for sure.
Yeah, bro, we were in the same position. So like, and like every time like I always had bread from like serving. So like whenever he didn't have food or anything like that, I always had that nigga's back. And when I didn't, he always had me. Always. Like me and him never went hungry next to each other. There was no way about that. There's like no fucking way. Like I'll fucking like, bro, if there's any way to feed either of us, we'll find the fucking way. Or like to sleep, like, you feel me? Like whatever it was that we had to do, we'll get it done. Cause like we're not just gonna fucking bum out and shit. You feel me?
Yeah, never ever. But where do you want to take, like, what are your aspirations for this music stuff?
Dude, honestly, I want to, like, what am I striving for?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm like, I used to always say before, like, I don't want to be like the biggest in the world and shit. Like, I don't want to be big. I wouldn't mind being like fucking Puya level or like Fat Nick level, cause like they're big as fuck, but like they're not like Kanye West, fucking Jay-Z, and like, you get me, Michael Jackson fucking level.
They're A-list.
But you feel me? I would love to pass everybody, and I put that shit in my head not even so long ago. I was like, I should not settle for less, cause I can. If you really put yourself to it, you can pass everybody, cause everybody is they're just a regular person. It's not like Kanye West is like, might seem like it, but this man is not made out of gold. You feel me?
No.
He has regular blood like me and you. He has to wear pants just like me and you. He has 2 legs. It's a regular person. So like, I thought about like, bro, if you could, it is possible to pass people. It is good to like be bigger than somebody else. Not that it's like I want to step over anybody, but like I don't want to settle for less. You get me?
No, you can never settle for less.
Of course. And I always said, bro, I don't mind being like being like, you know, like who you're like this or that artist. You get me? But but why the fuck not? You get me?
Hmm. I wouldn't like. I mean, you just gotta keep on going. Like that'd be just
Of
like me.
course.
That'd be just like me saying. I could just be at like Adam 22's level and be fine. Adam 22 is a big personality and name, but there are people
Yeah.
in his industry and game that are way more relevant and have a lot more people and have had a lot more interesting guests. Like Joe Rogan. I would put Joe Rogan above Adam 22. Maybe not as far as hip hop, but I don't know.
But on his podcast and what he does, yeah.
Yeah, his podcast has had fucking crazy ass people like Elon Musk, Kid Cudi. I don't think Adam 22 said Kid Cudi. I'm just a big fan on that one, so might be a little biased.
Nah, bro, I'm a big ass fan of fucking Kid Cudi. That's to this day, I've never had a favorite artist that's topped Kid Cudi. Like Kid
No,
Cudi has always been number fucking one my entire life since I was like 11 years old till today. Always, always, always.
his song was
That's
like my
it. Will never
first
change.
day and night back when I was like a little kid making a MySpace. I made that my profile song. You remember that?
Yo, me fucking too, bro. That's
I swear.
crazy.
That shit was lit. Like I was like, oh my god, this is my shit. I'm putting this on here. I sit there on MySpace to refresh it and just listen to that song over and over again. That was my
God, that
shit.
brings me back. Bro, I remember being like 7 years old having fucking MySpace because my brother put me onto that shit. And like my first fucking song when I made the account was God, it was fucking Bartender by fucking T-Pain.
I thought
Bro,
you were
that
gonna
shit
say
is so fucking old, man. And that was when that song was popping. God, I
God, bro.
completely forgot about that shit.
That was back when I was like watching fucking rap videos and shit on TV. God damn.
Yo, that reminds me, fucking I remember a long ass time ago, Kid Cudi said like he was ranting about like this was like years ago, and he was talking about like how he hates he's like you see how the media works. Like now you can see how fucked up this shit is, cause they only gonna side with what the people want to hear. Cause he meant as in like he's like name one. He asked the interviewer, I forgot who it was a long ass time ago. He's like name one song by me that's ever hit the radio, and he's like Day and Night, and he's like no, you're wrong. Crooker's remix made the radio for Day and Night, not the original Kid Cudi song. Like no other song by Kid Cudi has ever made Day and Night. And then like that, I thought about the other day. I'm like that song, Father Stretch My Arms or whatever, and Kanye.
Mhm.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. Father, stretch my hands.
Yes, but yeah, exactly. What's it called? Kid Cudi isn't featured in that song, but Kid Cudi is the chorus, and that song blew up on the fucking radio. You feel me? It's like if they don't want Kid Cudi to win.
No. He's always like he's so slept on. Not really,
Most
but
definitely.
to another sense, like
Yeah, no, he deserves way more than what he's given.
he doesn't talk about bullshit necessarily. I mean, the most bullshit he's ever talked about was just like weed and drinking, but that's it's not like.
But he
what
puts
artists
that
report.
into reference of his life, though.
Exactly,
Like, he puts it
exactly.
like, oh, I drink a lot because of this, and then I love to smoke weed and this and that. And the main reason why I loved his music a lot growing up was because like I was like a little kid. I'm still a kid, but I was a little kid, and then he like would always make music about like when I was younger, I would always be like not that I didn't have a lot of friends, but I preferred to only have like one friend and like
Hmm.
not be popular and shit. And I always wondered like why the fuck like am I weird or whatever. And then he would make music about like yo like if you're different, it's like it's okay to be fucking different. You feel me? Like this and that. And then like I grew up like thinking like that. Like if you're crazy or if you're weird or if you're not normal, that's better than being like everybody else and listening to the same shit everybody else listens to and fucking following the same steps everybody does and shit. Like, for that, you just be your own fucking person instead of trying to be like or dress like or anything like anybody else.
He makes
And
music
like
for
that
the
makes you
kids.
fucking cool. Nah, it is for kids. I feel like his music is for kids. It's like his message is like express yourself. You feel me?
Hmm.
Like for kids.
Have you ever listened to his Speeding Bullet to Heaven album?
No.
That shit's it's like a psychedelic album. It's like not necessarily a song, an album you're supposed to trip to, but if you trip to it, it's gonna fuck your shit up. Like it's gonna make it like 10 times worse or 10 times better. Nothing in between, cause that shit's real graphic and it has a lot of weird ass like lo-fi noises in it, like a lot of rock influences too. That shit's crazy though. Um,
Yeah. Well, what is that old or is that new?
it came out like my junior year, so that was probably 2016, 2017, somewhere around there. Maybe 2015, but around 2016, 2017.
What the fuck? I've never even heard of that album.
Yeah, it's like a alternative rock album. It's not rap at all.
The
It's
only one
fucking
that
hard.
I've heard that's like anything around that like that type of genre or whatever is like Satellite Flight and like Indicud, like those pretty much all the like shit after like 2010 or 2000 like 14 has mostly been like alternative rock and like shit like that. You feel me? But I've never heard that album.
That
But
album's
I
fuck.
am gonna check it out.
It's my shit. I swear it's so good.
Is there any like big ass songs on that album?
Um, I'll look at it right now. One's Confused, if you've ever heard that. It goes, confused, trip is what I choose. It's fucking hard.
Nah.
But yeah, it's called Speeding Bullet to Heaven with an N. But enough about Cuddy. What inspires a lot of your songs?
Fuck. It's a really hard question. Because every time I make lyrics, I ask myself that. And then like I just brush it off and then I go off the vibe of like what I like how I feel or what I would like to think or like what I think about all the fucking time and shit. But in my songs what inspires them, that's a hard question. But I can